Welcome to another video, guys, and in today's episode I'm going to be showing you guys 5 things you guys could buy to modernize your 22 and up BRZ GR86. So yes, this car is pretty much on a newer side and it's a 2020 and up vehicle, but there is a lot of things that this car is missing that should have either came from factory or they should have just added it, or instead of cheaping out and changing it from Japanese version to USDM version and taking some of the features out, I feel like they should have just included it. So I want to show you guys 5 things you guys could do to modernize your BRZ. And it's going to go from OEM stuff to either a couple other things that you could add to the vehicle. Make it feel more drivable, overall a more dailyable experience. Let's start off with number 1, which is going to be one of the coolest things that a company came out with. And they partnered up with Hachie Electronics, and that company is called Dauntless. They come out with the Dauntless dongle, and they actually partnered up with Andrew from Hachie Electronics, where Andrew came out with a little adapter that plugs into your fake engine noise connector, and then Dauntless came out with the module where it reads your OBD2 stuff. You could also use it to unlock little features in your car, and paired up together, you're able to do something really cool, which is have your windows automatically roll down when you unlock your vehicle and just press the keys and hold the button. So let me show you guys these features. So with the press of the unlock button, so it's either going to be the Subaru logo or the Toyota logo, you just press and hold it, and it unlocks the car, and then it puts the windows down. I didn't think I was actually going to need this feature or use it that much, but honestly guys, I use this so much whenever I'm like loading stuff, or whenever I'm just grabbing some food and walking to my car. I just put it on my passenger seat, then I end up walking around. So this is a really cool little feature that I didn't think I was going to use this much, but I definitely am using it. Another great feature that the Dauntless dongle has is probably one that really is going to modernize the vehicle. That's having your doors automatically lock when you drive the car out. You're able to set it at whatever speed you want. And then when you turn off the vehicle, you could also set it where it automatically unlocks either from turning off the vehicle, putting your e-brake, or just putting it in neutral. So I have it when I put the e-brake up, it automatically unlocks the car. Just in case I go to a sketchy area and I don't feel that safe, I want to make sure that it doesn't automatically unlock. So this just makes the car more modern, and even cars in the early 2000s already had doors that automatically locked when you drove away. So I don't really understand why Subaru never added this feature. Going off to number 2, as you guys probably saw when the car was locked, lock it one more time. Is the mirrors automatically folding in and unfolding when you unlock the car, just like this. In case you live in a very condensed city where you want the mirrors to fold in because you don't want a bicyclist just smashing your mirror, or you don't want a motorcyclist smashing your mirror or whatever. That is something that's technically OEM if you lived in Europe and Japan, but unfortunately for us in America and other parts of the world, I believe Australia and maybe some other parts, never got this feature. It took me a while to source all the pieces and figure it out. I also had a little bit of help from Andrew. I remember reaching out to him, kind of asking like, hey, do you know some of the stuff that needs to be bought in order to be able to have this to work? And he kind of gave me some tips in the right direction. So once again, thank you, Andrew. So in order for you guys to have that on your vehicle, all you guys have to do is just source the mirrors from Japan. You can either do a used from Yahoo auctions or places like that. You can also order a new straight from Subaru, or what I use is japanparts.com, not sponsored by them, but I found them to be the most reliable, best way of ordering parts from Japan. And they also have insurance on it, so in case something ever happens. And then they also give you a little cashback points, so that's a good little thing to have. You also need these little mirror caps. Those are about $11. The mirrors themselves range from, I believe, $400 to $500. The thing you guys need in order for them to work is I do sell a plug and play harness. You pretty much plug everything in, add the new 7-pin connectors from the USDM ones, and then you have your mirrors working where they automatically fold. And it has a little module, and there'll be a press of a button from either your keys or your door handles, or even if you have the app on your phone where you're able to unlock and lock your car. It also works with all that. So that's a cool little thing if you guys want to order some. In case you guys want to order any of this stuff, I'm going to have it all down in the description down below. And number 3, the third thing that probably a lot of car manufacturers are moving towards is lighting, a lot more lighting in the rear and in the front. And this car actually came with some Japanese options again that America didn't get, which was the JDM fog lights for the BRZ. I ended up ordering those, and those are great. And they also have third-party ones, or they have the sequential amber lights that turn on when you put your turn signals, and then they also come with the daytime running lights. Those are something that kind of modernizes the car a little bit. But on the rear end, as you guys see, the car culture, car environment is moving towards this electrification somewhat. Now there's been a little bit of a pushback. You can see the depreciation of electric cars, but you can kind of tell that some of the new accents they're doing to distinguish a gas-powered car versus an electric car is adding a light bar at the end where it pretty much connects the whole entire back end from one tail light to all the way to the other tail light. And I remember when this car came out, I felt like this car kind of needed that whole light accent. It just felt like it was going to tie very well. And eventually they did release a light bar, so it is going to be hard to tell in the daytime, but let me turn it on for you guys. You kind of see the lights from the tail lights, but it's kind of hard to tell on the middle section just because it is the smoked out version, so it's tinted. It pretty much ties it all together where it's one continuous light. And once again, it's like one of those things where, like, if you're not a car person and you're just like an average Joe that just drives a Tesla or something, you're gonna see this car, you're gonna be like, oh cool, it has that little light bar, it's very modern looking. I just like it because it gives you more of a safety thing, especially driving out here in the Bay Area, where on my previous 17 BRZ I got rear-ended 3 times in 3 different occasions, being an in and out drive-through, when I parked at my job, and at a red light. And I noticed that I need to have a little bit maybe more light output in the rear so people know that I'm there, especially driving a lower vehicle. So I do have aftermarket taillights. I do have the light bar. It kind of fills the whole thing up, and then if you press, there's a B. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. And sorry guys, I don't want to overreact. It's just the other day when I was at work, I worked outdoors and I got stung by a bee right here, kind of like where my joint moves. And I guess there's just so much movement that my whole leg got swollen, like right here in this area. And now I have like a little scar, but yeah, I don't want to get stung by a bee again. I got work, I got car payments to pay and mods to buy. Moving on to number 4, we're going inside the vehicle for the next 2 things. Well, I guess the Dauntless one was inside the vehicle as well, but this one is going to be pretty much where I strongly believe that every car manufacturer should include a dash cam for the front and rear of the vehicles, just because there's so many accidents going on that it just doesn't make sense that it's not mandated, at least in the US, for every car to be built with a front and rear camera that could record. I remember, I believe starting 2012 or 2017, US mandated every car built after that to have a rear view camera, for every car to have a dash cam from factory already built into it. It just makes more sense, and it would also help with insurance purposes. So I don't really like having a lot of clutter inside the vehicle. I like having it as OEM plus as possible, with a little bit of little accents like the red door panels, as you can see right here. I kind of like that little red accent because, once again, these BRZs got them. I just decided instead of doing the leather, I went with the suede. I like having my interiors to be as OEM plus as possible, not too much clutter, not too much craziness, too much carbon going on. The dash cam I decided to go with was one that kind of like looks like if it's OEM plus. As you guys know, the new C8 Corvette doesn't have a rear windshield, so what they do is they put a digital rear view mirror where it has a camera on the outside, and I've seen a couple of these on Amazon. So it's this right here where you press it and then it has the rear view camera you can set up wherever. The reason it looks a little hazy is because I have it on the inside where I have 5% tint on the rear windshield, and then the next one is just a dual screen of both cameras working. And right here it kind of shows you the front of the camera, which is right here, and that records the front of the vehicle. I like this one because if you don't want the screen on, you could turn it off, and it's just a regular rear view mirror with a little bit of a tint to it. So in case you have a vehicle that has really bright headlights, like a truck or anything, it doesn't really blind you that much at night. I strongly encourage anybody watching this video, even if you have a 99 Corolla or a 1972 Volkswagen bus or anything, get a dash cam for your vehicle. 1, it's just a safety thing, and 2, it's just going to help you guys out in case something ever happens, in case somebody breaks into your car, in case somebody hits your car and then they're accusing you of being the one that hit them, blah, 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 blah. so many scenarios, and a dash cam is always good to have, especially if you get pulled over and let's say it goes the wrong way and you need evidence. That's another great reason to have a dash cam. So definitely recommend getting a dash cam, and hopefully one day automakers automatically include a dash cam in the car with the new purchase of a vehicle. And moving on to the final and fifth thing, I've seen a couple people on the Facebook groups complain about it, and the fact that the BRZ came with wired car Apple Play. Excuse for this being super dirty, it's like a campy. It doesn't really bother me too much because my phone's always dying. There's a lot to choose from Amazon that range from $30 up to $60. The one I bought was, I think, $40. Wasn't too bad, but I ended up returning it just because I realized I'm more of a wired car Apple Play person right here. So that's another thing that would make this car look a little bit more modern or feel more modern while daily driving it, is just having a wireless car Apple Play adapter. But that's it, guys. Top 5 things that I feel like you guys could purchase for this vehicle to make it more modern and actually make it what a 22 and up car is supposed to be. Have everything down in the description down below for anybody wanting to order the Dauntless with Hachie harness and dongle, any of my harnesses that I make that are plug and play. And then for dash cams, I will link, I don't know if I could find the one I ordered for the dash cam, but I can link similar ones. And same thing for the adapter. I'll link some that I've heard good reviews on that are a little bit from different price points, but if you guys want to order any of those, we'll have them linked, and I'll also have it linked in the video. Hopefully you guys found this video entertaining and informational and helpful, because I do try to make videos that are either how-to videos or giveaway videos or you guys will enjoy. And I wanted to do this one a little bit different, where it was just kind of like an overview of stuff that you guys might like that you're thinking about adding to your guys' BRZ and GR86 builds. So thank you guys for watching. And as always, guys, good vibes. See you guys next time. And before I end the video, I am doing a giveaway. I finally was able to go pick up some Epsilon rear spats for the BRZ and GR86. I am editing the video, which should go up after this video. And if anybody wants to enter the giveaway, just go to that next video, which is going to be like in a week or so. And all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel. You guys just have to comment something on the video. I'll tell you guys what you're going to have to comment on the next video, and then you're automatically entered to win it. I'm not going to charge anyone anything, so if you ever get a message from me, it has to be directly through my account for my Instagram or YouTube, and I will never ask for any information that isn't needed besides me shipping it to your house, and I won't charge you for anything. It'll be free shipping for anybody in the United States. Stay tuned for that video, guys, and as always, thanks for watching. Good vibes, peace, and thank you guys for the support, and don't forget to subscribe.